Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our proprietary scans for our market leading stocks. This is going to be for the coming session Monday, June 17th, 2013. We've got a fairly negative day going here. We're seeing distribution again across the board, but we don't have a whole lot of signals today. We do have a few here and there. Definitely the real characterization today is the low volume. We're still in the midst of futures rollover as we're going over to the September contract, which usually takes volume down in general as traders just kind of pull back until the levels get reset. But we're definitely seeing that in the individual stocks as well. Look at the all these volume deviations, all these little yellow numbers are trading well below their typical run rates. But there are a couple of interesting setups. We've got a differential sell signal here in Broadcom, and that's on good volume. We've got a downside CPS sell condition in First Solar, and that's on good volume. That's 4% below the day's open here. And also have a volume bump here in BlackBerry. BBRY was strong in the morning, came in pretty sharply here this afternoon. It's 1.6% below the day's VWAP, giving us a VWAP deviation. Moving on to the financials again, mostly light volume here, with the exception of Sallie Mae. That's printing pretty decent volume. We do have one signal here. The CME's got a camouflage sell signal on just average volume. American Express is having a rough day, almost 2.5% below the day's open on increased volume. So there's potential here we could still get a volume bump in that one. As far as the energy names, some of these names are pretty darn weak. PBR, 4% below the day's open. Arch Coal ACI is about 5% below the day's open on good volume. The coals for the most part are fairly weak. Also keep an eye on Joy Global, JOY, very leveraged to coal and whatnot. So we could see some follow through in that as well. Rig has a differential sell signal on just okay volume. Moving on to the generals, don't have any signals here either way. Again, we're just seeing a characterization of just general low volume here. There's really no volume bumps here. Best Buy is particularly weak today, about 2.5% below the day's open. Dow DOW is 1.5% below the day's open, and those are the ones that are really sticking out. As far as the housing goes, getting a little bit of a bump back, a little bit of a bounce today. They've been fairly beat up all week. Home Depot's got an upside CPS condition, but that's not on any kind of special volume. Transports, not really seeing too much here. Don't have any volume bumps or any signals in that particular group. And finally, the commodities. Arch Coal ACH, very weak. Big volume bump there, you can see that. AA is really weak. ABX, American Barracks, 2.5% below the day's open. Double G, 3% below the day's open. So they're starting to ring these out again, as you can see. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight. See you next week.